Hi, welcome back to Insights Your Fluente. I'm Adriana, and in today's video, I'll be sharing a little bit of my journey of learning English. So last year, I was learning French and Italian and Spanish. I'll be updating you guys on these things. So related to last year, I was learning French, Italian, and Spanish, but I was learning just the basics. And last year, as you guys know, I started with French, then moved to Italian and Spanish. Related to French, I was just practicing my listening skills. So I was 3 months just related to listening skills. Then in the fourth month, which was the last one, because I divided 4 months for each language, I was just related to learn just with applications. And I was using Duolingo, I was using Memrise, I also was using the Penciler method and other materials as well. But basically what made more advance my French listening was just my listening like podcasts every single day, French music, and watching a lot of French TV series. So was great because my progress was more than I expected, because I learned a lot of words and I could recognize, like listening a podcast, and I could recognize a phrase even though I couldn't identify all the words in the phrase. I could pick some words there, here and there, and I could understand everything. So was something really amazing for me. And related to Italian was a little bit different, because I decided with Italian I will be just practicing my listening and also using applications, but I wasn't consistent with Italian. And when was related to Spanish was the same, because I must say with Spanish is a little bit different. As I said in another video that I prefer to learn. I used to love Spanish, really love Spanish. And I still love Spanish, but I still love English as well. So my first love was Spanish. Right now is hand to hand. I don't know exactly what expression I could use, but it's side to side. Yes, I can't decide who is the first love of my life right now, if it's English or Spanish. And related to this, I was always beating me up, because I was like, I should learn Spanish. But every time that I was trying to learn Spanish, or I passed a long time learning Spanish, I was forgetting some words in English. And my English was terrible, really, like the worst. Yeah, so every time that I was learning Spanish, I could identify some words in Spanish, and I could say some phrases in Spanish, but I was losing my English. So I was really afraid. And I saw that it's not just with me. A lot of polyglots that I follow, I see that sometimes they even forget some words in their native language. They are explaining something and they forget the word in their native language.
This whole like common ground area was full of Jimin like pictures or posters or like big, I don't even know what you call these, banners. I'm forgetting my English.
But yeah, we're gonna go drop some stuff off at home actually. So she actually had Sejong gave me, what is it called? I'm forgetting so much English, you guys. You know those lights that you can set up for videos? Why is the English leaving me?
And with me as well, like sometimes I speak in Portuguese, even with my colleagues at work, and I don't remember the word in Portuguese. And that's not something that I must say that is pretentious of me. No, not at all. One time I saw a video from one girl. She was living in the US and she was from Brazil. And she said, oh, what word we use in Portuguese as? I don't remember. She wasn't remembering the words. And I related to that. At the time I thinking that she was snobbish and very pretentious, but right now I do understand. When you pass a long time just speaking one language, your brain like switch to the language. Most of my time I'm listening to podcasts in English. I go to work listening to podcasts. When I'm at work, sometimes I listen to podcasts there or an audiobook. And when I'm at my lunchtime, I'm watching some videos from native English speakers on YouTube. So basically my whole day is related to English. When I arrive at home, I have speaking practice, or if I don't have, I just try to go to applications where I can have conversations in English or something related. And basically that's what is happening with my brain. I've been forgetting a lot of words in Portuguese, and I have the same fear that can happen with Spanish. If I study Spanish, will happen with my English. So I put a lot of effort to learn English in this level that I'm right now. I know that my English is not perfect, and I don't have great grammar or great pronunciation, but my English is a great level that I can have a conversation with other people, and that's why I love my English right now. This day, of course, I want to improve my English. That's for sure. But yeah, related to learning Spanish, I've been a little bit afraid. I think I should give myself more space so I can prepare myself mentally to learn Spanish again. And one thing that I should share as well with you guys is one application that I've been using, which is called Tandem or Tandem. I don't remember as well. But basically, if you know applications that you can have conversation with other people in English, that's the application. This year, actually was last month, I went to a party that was 10 minutes English and 10 minutes Spanish. And in these 10 minutes English, I was amazing, like I could speak English, but in this 10 minutes Spanish, I couldn't speak at all, and had people from French Canada, for the US, from all over the world, and the Spanish was amazing. And when I started speaking, I looked like a baby. It was forgetting all the words. I was mixing Spanish and Portuguese, and I couldn't say a word. In my brain, it was like, oh my gosh, I can't handle anymore. And it was just 10 minutes. And I was not the only one speaking. So I was listening, I was understanding, because I do understand Spanish. I watch a lot of things in Spanish. I listen a lot of things in Spanish. I have Spanish friends, but I cannot have a conversation in Spanish. And every time they switch to English again, I was like, oh, relieved, because they was the time to speak English again. So it was really hard for me, and that's why I could see that my Spanish is not that great, like at all. And also I have to work on my Spanish. I really have to work on my Spanish. On my English as well, has 2 weeks. By the way, if my English is not that great, I know, has 2 weeks that I don't practice my English at all. I've been just practicing my listening skill. My listening skills all the time related to English and Spanish is amazing. Like you can listen to, so it's passive learning. I think that's the name that people call. So related to that is amazing, but related to learning Spanish, I don't know if I can do anymore. I have to prepare myself. But basically, the same thing that I told you guys that happened with Spanish happened with me when I was learning English as well. I was like, oh my gosh, when I was in my speaking club, at the English school that I was studying in, I was like, oh my gosh, I can't handle anymore. My brain started to hurt, and I couldn't think anymore, and was something that was happening. Right now, I love English. I speak English all the time. I speak English to myself. I love speaking English. But at the beginning was really tough for me. Right now, I have to do the same with Spanish, like do the same steps that I did to learn English. I have to do to learn Spanish, so I cannot feel overwhelmed before a conversation or during a conversation. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know that I made a lot of mistakes in English, but for this year and for the next videos, I decided that I will be doing videos just in English, so I can practice my English more, and I can have more speaking conversation, because I don't live in a native English speaking country. So I'll be sharing everything that I've been doing in English. So I hope you guys like and share, subscribe, and give the thumbs up. So I hope you guys enjoy. Have a nice one.